Scared about high ISO in wildlife photography? Oh, sometimes when I speak with other photographers, they tell me that they prefer to use the lowest and highest ISO setting in order to avoid luminance noise. Yes, that's true. But it's also true that you have a blurred picture, not very detailed, not very crisp, with your subject very gorgeous. Until some years ago, using a popular DSLR camera, not a flagship, of course. It was quite easy getting images with a lot of noise using high ISO. At least it was for me, because my old camera, Sony Alpha 77, wasn't so good using a high ISO. That picture had taken with a Sony Alpha 77 Mark II at 1600 ISO, and the luminance noise was very annoying. Don't you find it? In photography, rules tell us that we have to use at least twice of the focal length in order to not have moved pictures. Actually, with the new IRS sensor, I tend to increase that value. So I prefer using a value of 2.5 or 3 times bigger. For instance, if my lens is 600 millimeter, I set the camera at 1600 of second or more. Basically, I set at 2000 per second. In this way, I'm pretty sure that I have the right image, even though this is valid only when there is enough light, of course. In that photo, I used 1000 of second to freeze the subject, and the ISO value was 1250. So it wasn't so bad, as you can see. However, in low light condition, having better shutter speed is difficult, unless you don't use high ISO values, and not always you can get a decent shutter speed value for that purpose. And those situations means that you are taking picture at dark or maybe during the night. So the best choice is to take a portrait picture, hoping that the subject not moving so much. But what's the ISO value that scares so much photographers? Usually we talk about 1600 ISO, value above which noise get really worse, at least in APS-C cameras. But with full frame cameras, you can use higher ISO until 6400, of course, depending on your camera, and without having big issues. After in post-production, as you know, you can fix almost everything. Modern cameras now have a better control of the luminance noise. Even APS-C cameras, not only the full frames. This means that you can use higher ISO value without worries. Of course, everything depends on which kind of wildlife subject would you like to photograph. Because with fast-moving subject, like birds, for example, you'll need faster shutter speed to achieve a sharp image of a bird in flight. Instead, for static subject, I wouldn't have many problems, and usually I use lower ISO value in order to have cleaner images and not to be forced to fix the problem in post-production. Actually, the ISO problem is a balance problem. For this I mean that usually we need to balance between the performance, the shutter speed, and the image quality, the ISO value for achieving our goal. Depending on the camera model used, usually it's possible to set a minimum shutter speed and set it auto ISO as well. That way, your camera will do the dirty job for you, and it will leave you to stay focused on that subject and not on the camera. Sorry for my English. In my Sony Alpha 9, I set auto ISO until 6400 as a maximum value, and then I use the A program, the aperture priority. Another setting is the minimum shutter speed, set at 1/2000 of second, even though it depends on how much light there is, of course. Another reason to not care about the noise, the luminance noise, so not much, at least in my opinion, is the softer side of the question. I mean, in post-production, nowadays it's possible to fix many issues, almost everything, not only the noise, not only the sharpness, but every aspect of our photo. So I wouldn't have many problems using ISO so high. Yes, I know, we should think before how to take our picture. We should know before the white balance, for example, the white balance setting, or check the histogram in order to understand if we are burning a part of the image, as many other aspects of photography. But today, the software of the camera is quite smart enough, so we can have the pleasure to shoot more freely and stay more focused in other aspects of photography, like for example the composition or the right focus point. But usually in the animal is the eye, like people, like human. Finally, what I mean is that we don't have to worry about making mistakes. Everybody at the beginning make a lot of mistakes in photography, because now you can almost fix everything. At least you can retry the photo, and we just have to have fun taking picture in nature, and at least that's my goal. Now it's time to say goodbye. I know this is a very short video. It's my first video in my office. Maybe a day I'm going to I'll show you how it is. It's very small, and I have to fix some aspect of this room. Maybe put some new photos, maybe on my back. I don't know. I have to think. But if you like this video, please give me a thumb up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to allow the notification in order to have every my new videos, every news about my channel. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.